Y'all, give me housekeeping. Oh man. Let's see. Housekeeping. Can y'all hear me? Okay, can y'all hear me? If everybody can hear me. Let's see. Set my clock so I don't run over time.
Give me a 3, 2 when we turn.
Oh, snap. Let's see. I don't know. Let's guess. Is it gonna work? All right, come through with me. Remember my password. Okay. I just need to test my sound. Let's see if we can hear. Oh, y'all can't hear me, can you? Let's see if we can fix it. Can y'all hear me over here? Pew, pew. Let's see. Hey. Let's see. Hey. Oh, I hear myself back there. Hey. I hear myself back there. Can y'all hear me now? No, y'all can't. Oh, how about because my switch ain't on? That's probably why y'all can't hear me. Let's see. Hey, we can hear now. Ha! There we go. Look at that. Look at God work. We can hear. Okay. Let's get it. Everybody. Bam. You can hear me. Hey, Bam. Housekeeping. Hey, June. Hey, she's so true. Hey, Mariah. What's up there? Let's see. Hey, Big House. What's going on, boo? You should be able to hear me now. You can't hear me now, Toya? Did my sound go back out? Oh, it did go back out. Oh, snap, y'all. I think my mic may have died. I think that's what it is. I think my microphone is dying. Because you can hear now. I know you can hear now because I have it on my phone and I can hear myself now. Hold on. I'll be right back. Can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear Melissa. Miss Melissa. Oh, y'all can hear. I hear it coming through my phone. Damn. I hear it coming through my phone. Damn. See, this is why you need to. See, this is why you need to. Ha! Fixed it. Ha! Fixed it. Okay. Okay. So let's chit chat because I got to be on time because I have a client call in a little bit. Say it loud and clear. Thank you. So I'm testing out new lavalier mics. This is one of the mics that I have inside of my showcase. So y'all can definitely, you want to get in there and get it, check it out. Okay. Check it out. All of that good stuff. Yes. I'm trying to test. This one has pretty good range. When I was talking to y'all, I was like actually coming out of my kitchen or whatnot. But anyway, let's talk about how to shift your mindset. Side note, for all of you guys that don't know, a lot of y'all have been asking how y'all can work with me to build up your businesses, to build up your platforms. Long story long, my Insta-coin Academy is open. We haven't had it open in a few months because we were full. We have some students that graduated. Risa, thank you so much for sending me flowers. But we have some students that graduated, and so that means we have space. So if you want to join Insta-coin Academy, click the link in my bio, tap the first button. If you have questions about the Academy and what that looks like to work with me, then you can slide in my DM and you can ask your questions as well. But long story long, I've helped almost 900 people create six-figure incomes. 176 of my clients have made $1 million in under a year. And I love business and I love everything about business. Why is my transmitter blinking at me? Y'all, not that I got two microphones that wasn't charged up. And I do. TikTok, why are we problematic tonight? But when the mic is on, the mic works well. I'm going to bring y'all closer to me because I need to be able to see my comments anyway. Okay, TikTok. We're going to put you guys on this side. Let's see. Okay, so now, hey Yvonne, everybody's everywhere. Everybody's everywhere. But I know that my transmitter works well. Hold on, let me get out of here because it's making an echo for y'all. And then that means over here, they'll move y'all around so we can see everybody. Oh, there we go. I know y'all kind of got the back of the screen. Hey, honeydew. So anyway, long story long, I was telling y'all I've helped 176 people clear $1 million in under a year. Almost 900 of my clients have earned six figures, and I love everything about business. And so yesterday we were in a training, and we did a 3-day training this weekend, and I taught something called the cycle of the structure of success. And when I was going through the structure of success, it was interesting because I could see like the aha moments going off in people's brains. Like you know how you can see like light bulbs popping up. Do y'all want to see this pyramid? Let me show y'all the pyramid. Hold on. Bigo, I don't have a way to show it to y'all. So, I mean, y'all just gotta hear about it, I guess. I don't know how to share it to you guys, but I know how to share it to everybody else. And I'm sure there's a way. I saw it like you can like pinwheels and all kinds of stuff, which I'm still learning Bigo. Let's see, where's my 3-day training at? It did the other day. Hold on, baby. We're gonna get to y'all over here too, so y'all can see it. everywhere else. Because I feel like if y'all see it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all understand it more. Take a screenshot real quick. Okay, let's see. Green screen for y'all. Boom. Do 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 do. It's behind me. I need the one where it's in front of me. This'll work. It's not the one I was going for, but that'll work. They get the job done. I could have swore that I had downloaded this before I got on here. It is. Then why would I go and look? Oh, maybe because I did it as a. Let's see, I did it as a PDF and a PNG. It should pull up either way. I mean, I guess I could just share my screen. How's everybody doing tonight, by the way? And y'all know what I want to see all my ready, 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 readies. Boom. Share my screen. No, I don't believe. Okay. So this is what we were talking about the other day, and this is the structure of success. And this seemed to resonate with a lot of y'all, and I was very surprised with how much it resonated with a lot of y'all. But then when I thought about it, I was like, it's really not surprising because realistically, for those of us who have been, in business, those of us that are trained, those of us that have had some years in, we've learned this over time, especially whenever we decided we wanted to figure out how do you go from starting with very little to having a lot, right? How do you go from I grew up in the country, come from a poor family, and I'm able to amass, tons of wealth. How exactly does that happen? What do these people know that the rest of us don't know? And it's really the structure of success. And a lot of times, whenever we get to melanated people, especially, we're taught to go to school, we're taught to get degrees, right? You're taught to be maybe into athletics or entertainment, right? And this is why you have people, they'll get a whole bunch of money and then they'll still end up being broke. We're not taught necessarily to value mentorship. We're not taught, let me move this over. We're not taught to necessarily and we're not taught to necessarily value networking. We're not taught to necessarily value relationships. And I'll be honest, I feel like they set a lot of us up for failure. Now, I ain't failing, okay? When it was sink or swim time, I'm out here swimming. Let me keep it a buck. But whenever you really, really, really think about it, a lot of people have this idea, and this is why they end up getting a rude awakening whenever they get into life out here in the world. They have this idea that if I have the degree, if I have the certification, if I have the time in at school, if I got the good grades, then that automatically means I'm going to get the promotion. I'm going to get the job. I'm going to be successful. And baby, that's just not the truth. That's not how it works when you get out here in these streets. And I work with a lot of entrepreneurs and I work with a lot of small business owners. And so what you guys are constantly complaining about is that you're feel like your friends and your family don't support you. You feel like your community doesn't support you. If I honestly had $1 for every time I heard a Black business owner talk about Black people don't support Black people, I'm telling y'all, I would have at least $10 to $12 million just from y'all out here repeating that lie, because it's a bunch of bull crap. And it's not true. I'm a Black woman. And there are so many other Black people that support my business. There are so many other there's so many other people that shop with me. There's so many other people that use my services, and they've been using them for years. So to have this, for me to fix my face to say Black people don't support me is absolutely asinine. And for you to fix your face to say that Black people don't support you is absolutely asinine. So a lot of this is honestly coming from you guys not understanding the structure of success, and y'all are not understanding what it takes to shift your mindset, right? Everybody says, oh, I want good vibes, I want good energy, I want a good mindset, blah, 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 blah. But you're not doing what it takes to shift your mindset. You're not doing what it takes to really shift the vibes. You're not doing what it takes to get you to the next level. And a lot of y'all are like, well, if I work enough hours, I get enough degrees, if I get my body to look a certain way, then I'm going to be successful. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not at all, because it all is about what's going on inside of your mind. It's all with your mentality. So let's talk about this structure. Okay, let's talk about the structure of success. At the very bottom, you have you, because you are the foundation. That's why you is at the bottom of the pyramid, and it's in huge words. Whatever your vision is, your goal is, your calling is, your system, whatever it is that God has put inside of you, He gave that to you. He did not give it to your mama. He didn't give it to your daddy. He didn't give it to your brother, your sister. He didn't give it to your neighbor. He didn't give it to your man. He didn't give it to your woman. So y'all got to get this out of your brain, that like you feel entitled to other people's support, that you feel entitled to other people's time. You feel entitled to other people's money. Well, you should help me because you my cousin. You should go with me because you my sister. You should. No, everybody has their own path to run. Is it nice if they do? Yes. Is it, is it loving? Is it amazing if someone's willing to extend themselves to you like that? Absolutely. But you got to keep it a buck. A lot of y'all are full of crap. A lot of y'all full of crap and gonna stay full of crap. A lot of y'all ain't nothing but lip service. All you do is talk. You just talk about what you want to do. You just talk about what you're going to do. You just talk about your ideas, your gifts, and your visions. Hey, Jay Janice, thank you. You're not really about it. Because if you were about it, you wouldn't be out here whining and crying, because you will understand one of the principles and the rules that people that are successful, that we follow, those of us that have been able to shift our situations in life, they've been able to shift our stations. We're always looking at ourselves internally first. We take accountability, and a lot of y'all don't like accountability, because y'all feel for some reason that when you take accountability, it absolves the other people of their part of what they did, and it does not. So the first part to being able to shift your mindset, because everybody always talks about shifting your mindset, is you actually need to understand the structure of success if you're trying to shift your mindset to a successful person. Hey, honey bud. This is the truth. There's not a way around it. And I know some of y'all don't like hearing this. I know right now somebody is itching. I know right now I'm making somebody's butt itch, because I'm telling you that everything is with you. It does not matter what has happened to you externally. All of us have run-ins with evil people. All of us have run-ins with trifling people. All of us have disappointments. All of us have had someone abandon us. All of us have had someone lie to us. All of us have had to deal with some health scare or hardship. All of us have had someone pass away in our lives that we love, right? And if you haven't had it happen, it's going to happen. All of us have had to deal with grief. All of us have had a dream that we thought was going to happen and then it didn't. All of us have had to let go of something. All of us have been told a lie. All of us have been manipulated. Like let's keep it a buck. Everybody has a story. Every human being I can talk to on the planet Earth, they're all going to have some type of story of hardship, a disappointment, betrayal, someone not loyal to them. But you cannot rest on that and use that as your excuse for why you're not where you want to be, for why you're not who you are. Oh my gosh, Pet. Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you so much. But can we just keep it a buck? And a lot of y'all are blaming external factors. Y'all are like, oh, well, when they said this or when they did that, or if this and this wouldn't happen, this wouldn't be where I would be. This is why I am where I am. That part is true, but you are choosing to stay there. Do you know how many people screwed me over? Right now, I'm trying to get justice on this guy, J&J Exotics, stole a whole entire Lamborghini from me. Stole a whole time. Am I out here crying about it? Am I out here saying this is the reason I can't go on? Blah 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 blah. No, no, Pet. Thank you so much. No, that's not what I'm doing. Okay. Do y'all know I've had a man break my heart before? Do you think that I was like, oh, I'm just going to sit over here and I'm going to cry in the corner and I'm going to eat potato chips and Oreos every day? And this is because they broke my heart. Okay, they broke your heart and you could have put it back together, but you chose not to. Y'all are out here, y'all be out here, y'all be like, oh, other black people don't support other black people. That's why my business failed. Use a lie. Use a dirty lie. It's not because black people don't support other black people. People didn't support you because of what you were putting out. Maybe people didn't support you and invest in your business through becoming customers because you were unwilling to invest in the service. You were unwilling to invest in the environment. You were unwilling to invest in the systems. You were unwilling to invest in being consistent. You were unwilling to invest in a communication class to learn how to talk to people. You were unwilling to invest in the time to train your employees and your staff. You would let's keep it above. Oh, I was in business and somebody stole from me. Welcome to the club. I thought I was going to go to bankrupt about my third or fourth year in business because somebody stole from me too. Welcome to the club. What I do, I got back up. I got back up and I got back at it. So it's you. You can't sit here and say, I want my business to be successful. But then you want to argue me up and down about spending $50 on a text message system. Huh? Make it make sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. There are some of y'all, I'm gonna keep it a buck right now. Somebody about to get mad at me, somebody about to leave, and that's fine. There are some of you guys in here right now. You come to all of my live streams. You signed up for every free course, free class, free email that I have. Okay. The only time you'll buy something is if it's on sale for under $17 and you've been in the same place for 3 or 4 years. And you keep saying, I can't afford it. No, you haven't realized you can't afford not to because you still have a poverty mindset. Yeah, I said what I said. You got a poverty mindset. I want y'all to hunt down millionaires and billionaires. And I'm not talking about people that did dirty, shady, criminal activity to get where they are. I'm talking about people that we're honest workers. We've had to put in the time, okay? We didn't lay down to get to where we want to be at. I'm talking about those of us that are working real hard. Go find any of us that started from humble beginnings. Not we had some parent that gave us $15-16 million to get out here and start our businesses. I'm talking about those of us that had to bootstrap. You come and you find us, and every single one of us will tell you there was something that clicked in our brain one day, and we realized we can't afford not to. And whatever that is hasn't clicked for some of y'all yet. Y'all are saying you can't afford it. You can't. I remember talking to someone about running ads. I was like, okay, I want you to start running TikTok ads and Facebook ads. And I want you to spend $25 a day on each platform on these ads. They said, I can't afford it. They told me they couldn't afford it while they were eating Chick-fil-A. What you mean you can't afford it? You can't afford not to. Baby, stop eating Chick-fil-A for a month and put that money towards your business campaign, and then you can eat Chick-fil-A as much as you want to. Y'all will sit here and y'all say stuff like that. I remember arguing with this woman about her getting a text message system. Hey, Broken Beauty. I was like, you need a text message system for your business. And she didn't want to spend the $200 for the text message system, but she had on a $600 unit. And I had just watched her. She had hired a celebrity makeup artist to do her makeup for this photo shoot. So you got a $600 unit on your head. You just paid this makeup artist a couple $100 at a bare minimum to be here to do your face, but you're going to go back and forth with me about spending $200 on a text message system so you can be in contact with your community and you can make money? Thank you for my heart, man. This is what I'm saying. A lot of y'all are full of crap. A lot of y'all will sit here and say you want to be successful. Y'all will sit here and you will say that you want to win. You'll sit here and say you want different for your life. You'll sit here and say that you want different for your future, but you really don't. And the reason I keep saying you is because you is at the foundation of your structure of success. It is not your mama, not your daddy, not your peers, not your cousins, not your friends, not your man, not your woman, not your lover. It's none of that. It is you. It is 100% you and what you decide to do with your time. And I'm telling you, when y'all get to the moment of I can't afford not to, that's when you're going to start the process of transitioning into wealth. That's when you're going to start the process of transitioning into success. Because those of us that are wealthy, we have figured out how to not trade time for money. The reason y'all get so angry whenever y'all have to buy something, the reason y'all go back and forth, and forward and backwards and all over the place on spending, the reason that y'all are out here, you know what I mean, like holding on to your quarters, your nickels and your pennies, like that's all you're ever going to get, is because you literally are purchasing things with your labor. Hey, Miss Yvette. Thank you for my love painting. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. You're still and I'm not knocking anybody. But you're still purchasing with your labor. And what I mean by this, let's say that I only made money when I live stream. Let's say that the only time I ever made money when I live stream, well, that means I got a problem because now I'm trading my time for money. But I really love the fact that every morning when I wake up, I go check my accounts and there's money in there because there are new sales that came in. Right? Because I figured out how to not trade time for my money. That's why I started creating digital products. I realized if I was going to be a consultant and I only could make money per client, that there was going to be a cap on my income. And I'm telling y'all, whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you enjoy, whatever your vision is, your dream is, whatever the product is, whatever the hobby is, you're going to have to find a way to take you out of it, and you're going to have to stop saying I can't afford it. No, you can't afford that email software. You can't afford that text messaging system. You can't afford to schedule 2 or 3 hours so you can learn how to build a funnel or how to build a link tree. Okay, some of y'all know dang well you should be inside of my Insta-coin Academy. You lying to yourself. I can't afford it. Yes, you can, baby. We even got Shop Pay. We got Affirm. We got Afterpay. We got PayPal credit. If your credit won't get it, we got payment plans with no credit check. But you're still in the mindset of I can't afford it. No, you haven't realized you can't afford not to, because when you understand you can't afford not to, when we move over into an abundance mindset, well, now it's about how much is it going to make me, not how much is it going to cost me. When I look at something, I don't think how much does it cost me. I honestly want, like, how much is this going to make me, and how long is it going to take me to get my return, and how quickly can I flip that? I remember I used to lie to myself when I first started business, the first few years. And I used to tell myself, oh my God, that is so pretty, Miss Yvette. Thank you so much. That was gorgeous. I've never seen that before. Thank you for my rose bean. That was gorgeous. Rosie the rose bean. She was so pretty. But like y'all, I used to lie to myself, and I used to say, oh, I can't afford to hire a team. I can't afford to have staff. I can't afford to have an employee. But the truth is, once I came up with the money to get my team, then I actually started to generate 3 times the revenue. And I'm not saying when you get into an abundance mindset, you spend money all willy-nilly, but I started understanding once I spent the money to get my coach, the first one that I ever got, well, then all of a sudden I was closing 6-figure clients. You know why? Because I was paying for their experience. I was paying for them to tell me when to go to the left, when to go to right. I was paying not to make the mistakes everybody else was making. I was paying to learn how not to paint myself in the corner. I was paying to have access to be able to call somebody or to be able to email somebody. And I paid because I needed them to feel obligated to answer me. I said what I said, and I know some of y'all feeling some type of way about what I'm saying, but I'm just telling you the truth. I paid because I needed them to feel obligated to answer me. I paid because I had value in their experience. I paid because they knew a bunch of stuff that I did not know. I paid because I wanted to get to the front of the line. I'm not going to the club in my 6-inch stilettos to stand up for 8 hours. I'm not doing that. And that's what some of y'all are doing. And you're in your own way. And I know people say you're in your own way on a regular basis, but this is what they mean, right? So when you're out here saying, oh, my friends and family won't support me. Oh, black people don't support me. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's so hard being in business. Is it really them or is it really you? Because now you're being entitled to someone else's time. You're not entitled to their time. And if we're telling the truth, a lot of them know. I understand you may be transitioning into a new person, right? I understand you may be transitioning into another place right now. I understand that. I get that. Thank you. You got this. I get that. Okay. I understand that. But you have to understand they've known who you've been. They've seen you get excited about something and stop in 90 days. They've seen you say, oh, this is my idea. This is my concept. This is what I'm going to do. And the first time you meet a hurdle, the first time you meet a roadblock, you stop. They've watched you quit. They have watched you quit. They have watched you make bad decisions. They've watched you not use discernment and choosing right different business partners and opportunities. They have watched you say, "Oh, I have a headache, so I'm not going to focus on my business today. I'm not going to send my emails. I'm not going to do my contracts. I know the sign outside on my door, and I know online it says that I'm supposed to be open from 10 to 5 o'clock, but I want to go to Blues on the River. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to just close up early at 1 o'clock. You literally left those 3 hours early and could have missed a customer that just would have changed your whole life. You literally could have missed the customer that was going to come in and order 1,000 of your tiddlywinks. Hey, Rose Goddess Queen. This is the truth. I'm telling the truth, but it's about right. So you got to understand sometimes your friends and your family, they've seen you at your worst. They've seen you be irresponsible. Hey, nurse and nerd, they've seen you be inconsistent. They've seen you, right, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. They've seen you have a new business venture every 30 to 60 business days. They have seen you not really take things seriously. They've seen you not being able to take critique and criticism. They have seen this. And because of that, sometimes you need to prove yourself to them. And then sometimes they ain't even seen all of that. But sometimes, baby, people got their own life. They have their own journey. They got their own visions, their own goals, their own problems, their own things that they're trying to work through. So you're at the base of the foundation because no matter if your mama is with it, it don't matter if your daddy is with it, it don't matter if your friends are with it, it doesn't matter if your family is with it, it doesn't matter if your cousin is with it, it doesn't matter if your high school classmates are with it, it does not matter. It's you. It's you at the base. Okay, it's you at the base. So whenever we're talking about we're going to change our mindset, you have to get to a point. It does not matter what anybody else has to say. It does not matter what anybody else is doing. I'm doing this for myself. I'm sold out on my dream. I'm sold out on my goal. I'm sold out. I'm determined to shift my mindset, right? And everybody says, shift your mindset, change your height, but nobody tells you how. I'm telling you how. This is the first step, understanding the structure of success and that you are the foundation when it comes to your own success and when it comes to your own happiness. That is the first step. Okay. And then the second thing is understanding you can no longer afford not to. And I'm not talking about just fiscal. I'm talking about when it comes to conversations, when it comes to time, when it comes to environment, when it comes to the way that you dress. Y'all don't like to hear that. Baby, I can't wait. I said I'm going to make a post about that. The amount of women out here all of a sudden turning their backs on Rihanna and angry at Rihanna because Rihanna said in the interview clip that, you know, she likes to try and get a little zhuzhed up. She likes to try and look a little cute before her man come home. She said she's in the house, you know, she's taking care of the kids all day. You know what I'm saying? The amount of women that went crazy on her. Why? Because you don't want to hear that your appearance shifts the way that you feel? Because y'all know they've proved that, like psychologically. Because you don't want to hear that your appearance shifts the way that people view you and the way that they handle you and the way that they treat you, you don't want to accept the reality of that, because that's the reality of that. I don't care how often in life we say, oh, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but people still do. People still do 100% all day, every day. Because you don't want to hear the truth, right? You don't want to do what you need to do. What's the problem? Seriously, I need y'all to think about that. A lot of the things that you're taking issues with, a lot of your mannerisms, a lot of your code of conduct, a lot of things that you think are okay, they're okay for where you are right now, but they're not okay for where you want to be. If you could get to where you want it to be by being and acting and speaking and listening and doing, and the amount of effort that you're putting in right now, you would be there. You will be there, but you're not there because it's you in the future, or you wherever you desire to be, actually requires you to shift. It actually requires you to change. And we can't sit here and go through life in a fairy tale believing that I don't have to do anything different. I don't have to change my language. I don't have to work on improving myself. I don't have to try and keep my body together. I don't need to dress well. I don't need to work on my vocabulary. I don't have to work on emotional regulation. I don't have to try and strengthen my discernment. Oh, you want to go through life and keep believing that? Okay. I don't need this software. I don't need a class or course. And everything is for me. No, it's not. It doesn't work that way. And I don't know why y'all believe this lie, because especially people that are Christian, because even in the Bible, there are several times before God allows things to manifest, especially miracles for people, they normally have to participate in their own salvation to some extent. Even the act of going to pray, even sometimes what they had to sacrifice. There were specific instructions that God would sometimes give to people in the Bible, like, hey, you need to do XYZ element of P, and then I'm going to show up and do this part. So the fact that y'all think that you can just sit around and you don't have to shift, you don't have to change, you don't have to learn anything different, you don't have to correct yourself, you don't have to try and improve, you don't have to try and get better, and that you're magically going to get to this spot of wealth, you're magically going to get to this spot of success, you're magically going to get to this spot of peace, to this spot of happiness without doing any of the work is asinine. And you will continue to struggle and you will continue to suffer if you cannot click over to I can't afford not to. There has to be a point in your life where you understand I can't afford to keep doing things the way I've been doing them. So you is the foundation when we look at the structure of success, right? Then we move into tribe. Okay? Your tribe, your community that you're going to intentionally seek out. You need to find people, okay, that you find aspirational. Okay, I'm not talking about jealousy. I'm talking about things that you admire, right? So like one of my best friends, she's extremely forgiving. She's very, very calm. She just always has like the sweetest disposition, right? And I feel like that's why she and I are attracted to each other, because I'm the opposite. Right, I'm a fireball. I'm not going. I'm the friend that's ready to ride out. What's up? What they say? What they did? Let's go. Let's handle it. Let's roll. Okay, let's get to it. That's the friend that I am. And so she needs a little bit of me, and I need a little bit more of her. Right, and I admire her ability to be so forgiving and have such an open heart. I really do. I admire that about her. Right, I admire that about her so much. I remember when I was trying to figure out how to generate income and what I wanted my business to look like. Well, I had to go get around some other business owners, and I couldn't just be surrounded around startups. I went to go and find people that dealt with big business. So I've told y'all about Anthony before, right? Anthony is my first mentor that I had. He's with the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. That's who he's with. And Anthony was headhunted by the state of Arkansas to come in and start running the Minority Business Development Program for the state. Okay. Anthony used to work for Bank of America, and he was number 2 in the country when it came to commercial lending. So that means he knew a lot about business and he dealt with a whole bunch of successful businesses, right? I aspire to have the level of knowledge and the know-how and how to maneuver the way Anthony did. So what did I do? I went and I got in his program. I went and I listened to him. I went and I learned from him. He was a guide for me when my business was growing. And he told me, he was like, you have the potential to have a multi-million dollar business. He was like, but you're not going to have a multi-million dollar business operating it the way you're operating it right now. He was straight up with me. And I was like, I'm not. He was like, no. He was like, this is what you need to do. Then when it got to the point when it was time for me to get some type of other people's money, OPM, to get some outside funding, he was like, it's time for you to get it. I'm like, I don't need it. He's like, that's why you need to get your money now. He's like, everybody wants to give you money when you don't need it. Nobody's going to give you money when you need it. So you take it when you don't need it. So that way you can leverage it when it's time to use it. Oh, okay. Oh, this is how you're supposed to put this up. This is how you're supposed to structure that. I didn't have the ego that some of y'all have. I said it. Some of y'all have too much ego, which puts us back at the foundation of you. And because you have so much ego, you out here telling you, I'm going to do it on my own, by myself. I can just click, 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 clack on YouTube. I can just click, 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 clack on Google, and I can find it. Well, baby, if you can click, clack on YouTube and Google and find out how to do it, why you ain't did it yet? Why you been out here for the past 5 years in the same position? Why is your business still, why you still don't even have $1,000 a month in sales consistently? Huh? Why have you been stuck at 586 social media followers for the past 3 years? Why don't you have a list? Why don't you have a community? Why haven't you had a drop? Why haven't you launched anything and sold out if you can just pull it up on Google? Pull it up on YouTube. Why haven't you moved your family out the hood yet if you can just Google it or YouTube it? Google and YouTube may be a good spot to give you a direction. It may be a good place to learn an overview or a general concept or something, but you really think you're going to get on Google and you're going to get on YouTube and you're going to get on the World Wide Web and you're going to get all the nuts, the bolts, the ins, the outs, the tools. You're going to know how long you're supposed to do it, when you're supposed to stop it, when you're supposed to re-up it. You really think you're going to learn all of that? Why you can't? Because you don't even know what you're looking for. You don't even know. This is how so many of y'all get hustled and scammed. Because someone comes and tells you something that feels good and it sounds good to you, but it's not the truth. And they know that you're ignorant in this area. They know that you're ignorant in a particular industry. So they're able to take advantage of you. But Google didn't tell you that, did it? YouTube didn't tell you that, did it? No, it didn't. So some of the things that we say and that what we believe, we have got to get that we've got to ditch that mindset. And I'm telling y'all this for every area in your life. If you're a man or a woman in here and you want to be married, you go find you some happily married couples. Because I guarantee they communicate with the opposite sex differently than you do. I guarantee they have a different mindset about forgiveness. I guarantee they have a different mindset about compromise in relationships. I guarantee they have different expectations, right? I guarantee that they have different rules and parameters for life. I guarantee they know how to set boundaries and they know how to operate with someone much better than you do. You want to be wealthy? You go get in a community of other wealthy people. You watch how they network. You watch how they move. You watch how they work. You watch how they instruct. You watch how they dress, right? Like, let's keep it a buck. You watch where they shop. You watch where they eat. You watch what communities and clubs and organizations they're a part of. See, y'all like to get out here and believe all this frou-la-la because it hurts your ego to admit, I don't know everything. It hurts your ego, some of y'all, to admit I need help. It didn't bother my ego at all. That's why I said, hey, I went and I'm very intentional about seeking out who I want to work with. I'm very intentional about finding, if this is something I aspire to have in my life, let me go and get in the vicinity of those people that have it. Let me go and learn. Let me go see what they're doing. Let me go see what the routine is. Let me go see what the sound is. Let me see what the move is, what the play is. Because if my friends and family in my current circle could get me there, I would already be there. Mm. So we're going to stop right there. Not because I can't keep going, because I can, but I got a client call at 8 minutes. Okay. I got a client call in 8 minutes. So long story long, I'm going to be back. I'm going to try and come back tomorrow. And we're going to continue in talking about this structure of success. And we're going to talk about our tribe, and we're going to talk about day-to-day habits that you guys need to eliminate, right? And I'm not going to say eliminate, but you got to shift it. You got to change it. You have to. Okay, we're going to talk about your reticulating, activating processor system and how you're programming your subconscious all the time. Okay. Okay. If any of you guys want to work with me over the next 12 months, you'd like to have me as your mentor when it comes to business and whenever it comes to life, right? If you know you're the person, you're ready to shift your mindset, you're ready to shift your income, you're ready to shift your systems, you're ready to stop trading your time for money. If that is you, click the link in my bio and sign up for my Insta-coin Academy. Okay. If you got questions about Insta-coin Academy, slide in my DM or email my customer support. Just put Insta-coin and then you can put your questions in there and one of us will get to you and answer you. Okay. For any of you that are looking to work with me one-to-one, I have 2 spots left in my KE cohort. That's my program that produces my high 6-figure and 7-figure earners. Okay. I got 2 spots. If you're serious and you want one of those, email supportca@ashleyensevents.com, supportca@ashleyensevents.com. And it may be about to be 1 spot because literally I have a consultation with someone that wants to come into the program. That's why I'm about to get off of here. Okay. So if you want to work with me one-to-one, email supportca@ashleyensevents.com. That's my customer support. They'll send you some initial questions. You'll answer them and they will try and get you on my calendar. Not tonight because my calendar is already full for tonight, but they'll try and get you on there maybe for like tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Okay. But anybody else, click the link in the bio, sign up for Instacoin. Some of y'all been knowing y'all need to work with somebody else. I've helped almost 900 people create 6-figure incomes. Clearly my system works. 176 of my clients have made $1 million in under a year. I clearly know what I'm talking about. I clearly know what I'm doing. And some of y'all would benefit from having someone every single week to tell you the next step to take, from having someone every single week say, hey, don't go over there because you're going to run off a cliff. Come back over here. From having somebody to say, hey, here's an opportunity. Here's someone or something you can connect with. From having someone to audit your systems or help you build a system because you don't have it yet, right? From having someone to get you conditioned and trained on what you need to do on social so you can have organic growth. To have somebody show you how to build you out a community that's going to create copious amounts of cash for you. To have somebody show you how to multiply your money. I give y'all an example. We had a lady that was in the 3-day training this weekend and she did graphics and she was telling me how she does these graphics and how she charges people and they can do like t-shirts. She's a crafter. She makes all kinds of stuff. And I told her immediately, I was like, stop that. You need to take the price point you're charging. You need to have templates. You need to create templates for all of this stuff and people can purchase the templates and they can design it themselves. And then if they want to have you design it, then you increase that price point. Why? Because she was trading her time for money. She was always going to be broke because she was trying to give them this price point that they wanted, but she was doing all of this work. Right? She's one-to-one, 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 one-to-one. Those are, baby, I'm telling you, you got to find a way to stop trading direct time for direct money. Whether it's a physical product, a digital product, a service, okay? Maybe you need to go learn how to trade stocks. If you don't want to deal with business, you don't want to deal with people. But you have to figure that out. I'm telling you this right now. You're going to make, you're going to be like a thousandaire or make a few $100s like a regular income as long as you're trading time for money directly. Whenever we go from trading time for money directly, and then we can figure out how to do one to few, that's going to put you in that 6-figure category. And that depends on your product. If it's a high level of communication, well, god dang it, you better be charging a premium price for it, or at least mid-tier pricing. Because if you're charging a low-tier price point, but you're one to few, you're still going to be broke. I said, it ain't a way around it. I can't keep dancing around with y'all because sometimes y'all are not getting it. Y'all are not getting it with me trying to be sweet and trying to be polite and give it to you on a silver plate. We just gonna cut to the chase. If you're doing one to a few and the price point is low, but you have a pretty significant level of communication with that client, you're gonna be broke. because you're still trading the time for the money. You got to get to a point to where it is one too many. Okay. And if you're doing one to many and it's a low level of communication and it's a low ticket price, guess what? You're going to make millions of dollars. If you're doing a one to a many, it's impossible to do one to a many with a high level with a high level, okay, or a high efficiency. Now you can get a team and your team can go out and they can one to many, but you can't one to many because there's only one of you and there's only so many hours in a day. So that's why people that they understand what it is that they earn and they understand what they bring and what they help people make. Like me, whenever you're getting me one to one, this is why you got to pay as much as you have to. And even with the price point that you got to pay for me, my income is still limited because for me, I know I can only take on 10 one-to-one clients at a time. That's my max. I can only take on 10 of y'all at a time. That's why do you think my clients do so well? Because I'm able to focus in on their businesses because I don't have 500 of y'all that I'm trying to service at one time. It's impossible. It's only one of me. It's only one of me. But whenever y'all go buy a $47 course from me, when y'all go get a $97 business bundle from me, you don't talk to me, do you? Baby, you don't email me. You don't get no, baby, you got the communication inside of their product and their program, and you better be able to learn it and interpret it. And I can sell 1,000 of them. I sell 1,000 $97 business bundles in a month. That's $97,000. I have a group and it's $97 a month or $297 a month for you to come in my group. And I got 1,000 people in my group. Guess what? I just made $297,000 because it's one to a few. And it's a low level of communication. Y'all pick, baby, I'm talking, baby, I'm giving y'all too much. I'm giving y'all too much. Anyway, if you know you need to be working with me, click the link in my bio, come into Insta-coin. If you know you're one of the few people that's supposed to be working with me one-to-one, you better email my support CA at ashleynsevents.com. Email my customer support. So I want to work with Ashley in one-to-one. They're going to send you some preliminary questions. Answer the preliminary questions. They'll get you on my calendar so we can see if we're a good fit. Okay, we'll come back in tomorrow and we'll talk some more about this because, again, this seemed to have exploded people's minds when we were going through this. All right, y'all, I got to get on my call. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive